Welcome back and happy Wednesday. I'm Josephine Sage. Let's talk weather. We're noticing as we look at our weather warnings, there's a fire weather watch actually in the southernmost of our state. And this one is in Alamosa, Del Norte, Fort Garland, and Saguache County. That's staying active at least until 8 p.m. through the end of the work week on Friday. And in terms of drought, that region actually is in that moderate zone. Over Grand Junction and those surrounding regions, we are also in that moderate zone. And the yellow regions, that just means that we're on that drier side of things. We might be looking at some possible storms in the early next work week for some moisture here over the state of Colorado. But again, we're pretty unsure about that storm system, so we'll continue to track that as we go throughout the rest of the work week and even into the weekend. So before that happens, we're still watching this high pressure ridge and kind of track over the Great Basin. And as that moves on in, that's what's giving us all of these warm temperatures we've been feeling. And of course, I've been teasing upper 70s and possible 80s. Then we're focusing our attention on this closed low off the west coast. This is what could give us those slight storms as we look towards maybe Monday and Tuesday. But again, we're tracking that and we'll let you know just how widespread or just how severe they could be. We'll notice clear skies in our futurecast as we wake up tomorrow. The only areas that might be receiving just a tad bit of some cloud coverage are through that Front Range area. As we wake up on Friday, still clear skies, then maybe some intermittent clouds and a slight chance for some storms through Friday evening for the entire western slope. We'll continue to see those clouds come and go all the way through those weekend days. And then what are we expecting as these kind of clouds come and go? Still in increasing temperatures, that sunshine I just mentioned, minimal cloud coverage, and yes, I'm teasing possible 80-degree temperatures on Friday. We'll notice that tomorrow's 72, then we're taking quite the jump and possible 81. Then the weekend still above those averages in the 70s, and then that slight decrease as we're watching that possible unsettled weather roll on in. We'll notice earlier today we were hitting 67, Montrose 60, and that's pretty much right around those averages, maybe a few degrees above on that high end of things, low end of things right around what we're typically used to as well. Now, our pollen forecast has not shifted at all. We have a large amount of tree pollens, low grasses, low weeds, and just a tad bit of some mold with us. Tonight, we're going to be feeling 36 in Grand Junction, few degrees cooler as we look towards Montrose. Tomorrow, like I did mention, jumping up into those 70s, even upper 60s in Montrose, mid 70s as we look towards Moab. And I still have Curly and Daisy with me all week this week. Those temperatures in those upper 60s aren't going to happen at least until those late afternoon hours. That's been the trend as we've kind of been getting through this work week. And not just tomorrow, but also Saturday, Palisade Bee Festival, same trend. Those peak temperatures aren't happening until around that 3 or maybe 4 p.m. hour. Now, Discovery Auto Group's 7-day forecast does have again, those above average temperatures by about 5-10 degrees continuing through those weekend days. The early work week, just a tad bit of a cool down Wednesday as we track this storm system, and we're going to see some overcast skies and quite the decrease in temperatures through the middle of the work week as well. Not necessarily a storm though, just a cool down. We'll track that moisture and that precipitation as it gets closer and closer. Montrose is just a few degrees cooler. That peak temperature is still on Friday at 75 degrees.